Okay, guys, if you view my community wall, or community page, sorry, you'll see that I posted an article, a story on two brothers, 3-year-old Orrin West and 4-year-old Orson West, and they were reported missing on Monday evening from their backyard in California City, California. But I'm going to play an interview where the foster parents, they're saying what happened, and they no longer saw the foster dad or adoptive dad is saying that the little boys were outside playing in the backyard on the patio while he was gathering wood for a fire, while his wife was inside wrapping gifts. He said he walked in, and shortly after, he no longer saw the little boys on the patio. Now, what we do know, a search warrant was served at their Aspen Avenue home. Law enforcement left the home with several brown paper bags and a duffel bag, and they also done a second search where they focused on the backyard. The adoptive parents' white van was also towed from the home. They have been interviewed at police headquarters. Police did take both of their cell phones, and they also took their 4 other children from them. Neighbors have been actively searching, but the neighbors are saying the foster parents are not helping with the search. And I'm going to also play a smaller short clip of Orrin and Orson's mom, but she said she thinks the foster parents did something to her little boys, and she feels her little boys are in that area where they lived, but she says she just feels it. And as of right now, no arrests have been made. But let's listen to the interview that the adoptive parents.
One house, I came in the house, I saw them there. One house, I came back out, I didn't see them now.
Trezell West details the moment his 2 adopted boys, 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin, went missing Monday night from their California City home. Moments before, West says he was gathering wood to start a fire.
I opened up the back gate, I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea that our youngest 2 would go outside and play with chalk on the back patio.
Shortly after, West says he no longer saw the boys on the patio. He asked his wife Jacqueline if she saw them. She said no. That's when he says panic set in.
I realized that I left the gate open, and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that didn't pan out, I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold.
West.
That's a little strange to me. He went back in the house, and him and his wife searched the house. Well, these are little kids, 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. So if they would have came back into that house, I'm pretty certain that the adults, their adoptive parents, would have saw that they came back into the house. So, him saying they searched the house, that kind of stood out to me. And also, where did he go when he left searching for the little boys? If he's saying he went in and then just a very short time later, he saw the 2 little boys weren't on the patio. So really, how far could they have gotten at that point? Not very far, you would think. So where did he go to look for the little boys? I'm really curious. Did he have his cell phone? Are they able to maybe track where he went? Because things aren't looking right in my eyes. Something's missing. Just the story's not adding up.
They did something. I feel like they did something, and they know something. They did something, and I feel my kids is somewhere around here. I can feel it, and I feel like they're in the house, and I feel like they did something.
And that's their biological mom, Orrin and Orson's biological mother. And from my understanding, I guess she went through a rough patch in life, lost the little boys, and she's really been working hard to try to get her little boys back with her. But nonetheless, it's heartbreaking. But here's another short clip from the
They did
foster
something.
parents.
We're going through it. It's difficult. I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't know anything. We're not sure everything. We're not sure. We said what we knew.
And I don't know if her body language, that constant swaying, I do that if, it's cold and I'm standing in one place. Maybe she's doing that as well, benefit of the doubt and all that. But that's just strange, the whole time she's swaying and kind of glancing around. And, even more strange to me is they're not helping look for their little boys. Regardless of what law enforcement told me, God forbid, if one of my children went missing, you bet your butt I'm going to be out there looking.
I feel like they did something.
Trezell and Jacqueline say they understand the frustration.
He thinks you guys did something.
And that's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly the point. And if we can find our babies, then guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it.
Okay, maybe it's just me. I just found that statement by both of them a little strange. Oh, that's understandable that she would blame us. What? I mean, why? I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking at it, too much into it, but just a strange statement in my opinion. But somebody has got to know something. These little boys, they didn't just disappear. 3 and 4 years old. Where are these little boys? What do you guys think about the adoptive parents? I'm thinking they've done something with these little boys. But what do you guys think? Do you think the little boys ran off and they weren't able to catch up with them, the dad, when he went to look? To me, that's just highly doubtful. And again, where did he go to look for these 2 little boys? But let me know what you think.